The weather is not with us. I'm hoping for clear blue skies, not to be. So I took advantage, came out and got a trim, haircut and a beard trim. This place. There she is. Her husband was the one that did it. Hey, recommendation. If you come into Vietnam, don't worry about getting a haircut, beard trim. Before you come, get it done here, because they do your ears as well, and it is amazing. It's very, very good. They clean up your ears, clean out the ear canals, get all the dirty wax out, and wow, check out the size of those koi. And it's just really good. Not a bad price. That's where I go. That place back there. Second time to Sapa. Second time I've had my hair cut there. No idea what's down here. Some nice looking buildings here, hidden away in the back streets. Although in Sapa they're pretty much all back streets unless you're near the town square or the town, whatever the shape that is, oblong. But there's some very nice buildings. Like this one. Cha Long Sapa Hotel. If you don't like hills and steps, Sapa is not the place for you. They're everywhere. It's built on a hill, what do you expect? Couldn't resist the chocolate and banana pancake. Bananas in there somewhere. There it is. And a mango smoothie. Perfect lunch. Someone's store of firewood, because it does get cold here in Sapa. Now, we're just going to have a walk around town. It was raining, it was pouring a couple of hours ago, and there's more on the way. I had a look at the weather radar. It's going to be a very wet afternoon. So I'm going to stick close to the main town area or the more touristy area. I might venture over the hill, back around that way, and yeah, we'll just have a poke around. I've bought my umbrella just for that reason. Hey, I had dinner here last night. This place, Taste of Vietnam, and I can recommend this one. Beef stew with red wine. Hello, how are you? Very, very nice, and pretty reasonable prices too. Same with my hotel. I think I mentioned it, I don't know, maybe I did. I think it's about $25 a night. Pretty good, and there's no shortage of places to eat. There's another one here, cocktail bar. Go in, grab yourself a margarita, Singapore sling, if that's your thing. Sapa Convention Centre. Very grand. There's quite a lot to see here. Plenty of Hmong people. Those ladies, young and old, often with children or grandchildren slung over their backs in a traditional sling. They'll walk the streets of Sapa and try to sell you the handmade goods persistently, very, very persistently. They won't leave you alone. Hello, how are you? They really give you a hard time. That's okay. Don't know what any of that says. Something about 1946. Hello, how are you?
From Hi-Fi, you?
No, from Australia.
Australia. Oh,
Yes.
You alone? How many people are coming?
No, just me.
Only
Just
you?
me.
You
Yes.
come here today? Yesterday?
A few days ago now.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I think before I see you stay at the restaurant.
No, I haven't been up there yet.
No, I
I've
don't
been
see you.
hiding.
But I don't know.
Trekking to the village?
I forgot.
No, I don't check. No, my feet are very bad.
Motorbike
very bad.
drive. We drive
Maybe
motorbike.
Yeah, motorbike.
You
That's
see
the
that?
way.
You see that motorbike bag?
Yeah, maybe.
And today go with me.
No.
Go my village. We see
No.
that.
I had to shake them off. Look, the services they offer are great. They've got all the handmade products, and they do make them by hand. I've seen them. I've watched them do it way down in the valley down. Wow, down there you can't see it. You can't see it from here, and you won't be able to see it today because it's quite cloudy. But they do make them by hand. They offer trekking expeditions. They'll put you on the back of a scooter, show you around, so they do a great service here in Sapa. But I like to be on my own. I like to do my own thing. Just walk around, have a look at the buildings, and perhaps find, there's one colonial building here that I know of for a fact, and that might be another one right there. That one there, that looks very similar to the buildings you would see in Dalat. What do you think? Pretty old. It's got that. Now, as I was saying, Dalat had the am I allowed in here? I think so. Dalat's architecture was based on the Swiss model, and that there looks very similar to me. I could be wrong. I'm no expert at all. Now this place is, let me start again. Where I'm from, where I spent the majority of my life, was Melbourne, Australia, known as the city where you can get 4 seasons in one day. Sapa is the same. It's cloudy now, misty, you probably can't see it, the tops of the trees up there are shrouded in mist, and there's more rain on the way. I've had a look at the radar, that's why, well, the Hmong ladies, or they might not have been Hmong, they might have been, there's a few other tribes here, the Hmong being the most common that you'll come across, but not the only ones by any means. But yeah, she asked me if I wanted to go for a trek or on the back of a scooter. I declined for one reason, is because in a couple of hours it's going to pour with rain, probably for the rest of the afternoon, just like it did this morning. It's very different sort of buildings. It has a very different feel than what Hanoi or Da Nang, definitely different from Ho Chi Minh, and I like it. I really like it. I like being away from the heat. Can you see the mist up here? Let's go down to the lake. Let's have a look. Let's have a look down at the lake, and we probably won't be able to see much at all. Pretty spectacular looking building, that one. Obviously, you know, it's not going to be that old, but they have the feel. And they've got the music pumping out, so I've really got to keep talking, otherwise I'll get copyrighted. Get a copyright strike, and we don't need that. Hello, how are you? Now, having a French history here, they do have some very, very nice bakery products like these. Funny looking croissant. That's one of those, I think they're one of those ones that normally get filled with chocolate. I'm not sure, but hey, check out how misty it is over this side of the hill. We haven't come far, maybe 100 metres. Now the French, look, the Sapa has been, there's been civilization here in Sapa for thousands of years, but the French discovered it in the early 1900s, around 1920, somewhere around there, and they took it as their own. They built some villas here, and there's the lake just there. If you can see it, you can hardly see it for the mist. And yesterday was a beautiful blue sky sunny day, and I missed it. I was busy editing. Yeah, so the French came and they thought it'd be a nice place. They called it something, Mount Tomlin, something like that. I'll put it on the screen if I can find it. And they made it as a summer getaway to get away from the heat of Hanoi, same as they did in Dalat. But this, well, yeah, look, comparing Dalat and Sapa is really no contest. Not for me anyway. I think this is a much better place to come and visit. They each have their own, you know, pluses and minuses, but for me, I think this has a few more pluses. When I can get to the terraced mountainsides where they grow the rice, I'll show you. If not in this video, then, well, hopefully in the next few days, there's another break in the weather, and I get to see it. But for now, you can barely see 100 metres away. You can't see 100 metres away. A little boat, not a tourist boat, but there is, on that lake that you can't see, there is little paddle boats that you can get. So I believe. Absolutely 0 point in getting one today. So I'm going for a fairly pointless walk around these gardens. Maybe see some nice flowers. But I'm actually waiting for the rain. It is starting to rain right now, very, very lightly. But there was a few drops. Hello, how are you? Hello. That's good. Ah, yes. Yes, flowers. Plenty of flowers. I think the cool climate suits the growing of flowers. Hello, how are you? Couple of guys, a little bit shy until I'm walking away. Sort of like me. Just waiting for a fish. A fish just jumped out of the water and I missed it. I think you've got to be pretty lucky to get a fish jumping out of the water on video. The city of Sapa, or the town, it's a city? I think it's a city. Can't remember how many people live here. It's quite a few. Is living up to its name today. City in the fog, and so it is. But it's not cold at all. Not at all cold, and when the sun was out yesterday, it's always yesterday. I should have been here yesterday. Well, I was, but I missed it. When the sun comes out, it's quite warm, but right now, this is very nice. It's not cold, it's not hot. It's very pleasant. If only the fog would lift a little bit, but I'll get to see the surrounding countryside over the next couple of days, I hope. I'll jump on a scooter and have a look around. Because as you can see, look, as you can't see, there's actually a mountain range just there, and over there somewhere is the tallest mountain in Southeast Asia at around about 3,500 metres. Sapa varies between 15 and 1,800 metres, depending on where you're standing, I guess. I guess if you're standing on that hill up there, that's literally a 20-minute walk from the city centre here, or hike, because it's uphill, obviously. That's probably going to be your 1,800 metre mark. Down here, I don't know, somewhere around 1,600. But as I said, the weather is absolutely beautiful. I'm enjoying it. But take that back. The temperature is absolutely beautiful, and I'm enjoying it. There's a tiny little island there, sitting on the lake, or in the lake, which you can barely see. The last time I was here, it was in October last year, and well, I walked across this bridge and there was no flowers to see, because I thought it was the wrong time of the year, because it's so much of a cooler climate here. The summers, the seasons are sort of out of kilter, so to speak. So your summer is going to be much later. When I was here in October, I'd say it was still fairly warm, but there wasn't as many flowers around as there is at this time of year. Or they were there, but they just felt a lot sadder. They were stressed. Nice little overflow from the lake, the Sapa Lake. Okay, I'm probably halfway around. I don't know, it's hard to tell. It's very hard to tell. Don't know how old that is. Much of Sapa was suffered greatly during the Vietnam War, being up here. I don't know whether it's a strategic position between the north and the south, but I know there was a major battleground from in the mid 1900s. That's not that far from here, a couple 100 kilometres. Hello. No, thank you. It's okay. The people here love to. They got to earn a living. I don't blame them one little bit. The Hmong and the other tribes people that are in this area, and there's about at least 4 or 5 different cultures in this area. They walk around wearing their traditional dress and they try and sell you their products, and I don't blame them. And the scooters, the Grab, scooter drivers, riders, whatever they are, they're pushing to get you to go on a tour, just trying to make $1. Don't blame them one little bit. I'd be doing exactly the same thing. Where was I? Ah, yes. The back in the war. So in the war, Sapa, it was very, very heavily damaged. As I said, this was in the 1920s. This was inhabited by the French in the colonial period, and they built their buildings, possibly that, I don't know. It certainly has that look about it, I guess that could be one, but from what I've read, there is not many of the original buildings left. The one I showed you earlier on, that I said looked a little bit Swiss, that could have been one of them. That the ones I just shown you in the last couple of minutes, they might have been other ones, but there's not that many left. But there is one that I know of, and I'll take you there right now. Unless I get interrupted on the way and or distracted, which is probably going to be the case. As a matter of fact, I'll say this: I'm going to end the video at one of the few remaining colonial buildings here in northwestern Vietnam. I've just spotted a tree. Now this is an Australian tree, I'll guarantee it, unless Australia's pinched it from somewhere else. But that there, if I can get it in the light, that is a bottle brush. I don't know the botanical name for it. Can you see that? Is the light any good? But that is definitely, I had one of these in my front yard back in Victoria. So, as far as I know, they're Australian. But, as with architecture, I'm no botanist either. It looks pretty good, this city in the fog, when it is in the fog. I like it anyway. That looks nice. Let's stop here and get myself a cappuccino, maybe a slice of cake. Well, here we are. The rain has set in. I stopped at the cafe, had a couple of cappuccinos. That was maybe an hour and a half ago. It hasn't stopped. But here we are, the stone church. I think, yeah, its official name, as it says there, is, it's got two official names actually. It's the Notre Dame Cathedral and also the Church of the Holy Rosary, I think. And here's sort of the list here. It started, construction began in 1905. It was opened in 1926, inaugurated in 1935, and restoration began in 1995. And it opened again not long after that. In between all that time, during the Japanese invasion, which I can't remember when that was, forgive me, it fell into disrepair and it was used as a storage facility of all things. But then it took many years. As I said, it didn't begin to get restored until 1995, so it's at 60 years perhaps for this old stone church, the Stone Church of Sapa as it is known, and it is very nice. Whoever that is, I don't know who that is. This thing here, that there, is an oversized one, but it's not a replica, what do you call it? It's supposed to be well, it is, smaller versions are a musical instrument played by the indigenous people of this area, northwestern Vietnam. And this is the grotto. Very nice. Not sure what these other buildings are. One more building to have a look at. And then I'm going to get out of this rain because I'm getting wet. Nice stained glass windows all the way around. I did have a quick look inside. It's very nice. No cameras allowed. What is this? What is this supposed to represent? I don't know. It's only made out of polystyrene. Whatever it is. Alright, on to... and they've got lots of these too. Now these ones are fake, but the furniture, some of the furniture, as in many places all over Vietnam, the furniture that is crafted out of raw timber and retains pretty much its raw shape is very common, and it's very nice. I like it. It's probably not practical, you know. You wouldn't have it in your lounge room because it'd take 3 men just to move the dining table from one spot to another. More men. Alright, let's go and have a look at this. Last place, before I take cover, go back up to my, there's my hotel, right up there. The yellow one on the left at the top, if you can see that. There's a man making a vlog. That there is the Sapa Station Hotel, the Sun Plaza Hotel. Possibly, well, it's probably the grandest building, the grandest large building. I believe up there on the right, up there is a ballroom, but it is very nice inside. I've been inside. I'm not going in today because it's wet. the grandest large hotel in all of Sapa. Now, I think there's more luxurious hotels here, but they're smaller in nature, but possibly more well appointed. But obviously, that's going to have a lot of rooms. Don't know exactly how many, but a lot. And I think there's more luxurious lodgings here, but that one's the centre of attention, right in the middle of town. It was only built in, I think it was finished in 2018, so it's not that old, 7 years old or so, but designed with the French era, the 20s, 30s era, the French Indochine era of design in mind. And I must admit, it looks pretty good. Now I've got to walk up the hill, back up there to my hotel. Alright, that's going to do until the rain stops. That will do from Sapa. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.